So this is the skirt I'm trying to recreate, and to start off I'm going to be making the yellow waistband in pink, and my other color will be green. First off, with your pink yarn, I'm going to make a slip knot, and then I'm going to place my hook into the slip knot and make a chain. I did 10 chains, and this will determine the width of your waistband. And now I'm going to do 2 more chains. This is my turning stitch, and then I'm going to be doing half double crochets for my waistband. So I'm going to yarn over and then insert my hook into this stitch here, so not the 2 turning stitches but this one here, and then I'm going to pull up a loop, going to yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops just like that. And I'm going to do this half double crochet stitch in every single chain until I reach the end of the row. And when you reach the end of the row, you're going to do your turning stitch of 2 chains and then move into the next row. And from the second row onwards, you're going to be doing back loop half double crochets as opposed to just normal half double crochets. And if you're not familiar with the term, I will be showing you guys how exactly it is. So here I'm at the end of my row, and I'm just going to do 2 chains, my turning stitch, and then turn my work over, so I'm working from right to left again. And this time I'm going to do the same yarn over, and then I'm going to insert my hook into only the back loop of the previous row. So as you can see, each stitch has 2 stitches, but I'm only going to insert my hook into the back one, so it would look something like this. And then I'm going to pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. And you're going to do this in every single stitch, and then when you reach the end of the row, you're going to do your turning stitch and repeat this back loop half double crochet just like that. And you will be repeating this sort of pattern until your waistband becomes long enough to wrap around your waist. I've got my ribbing and it is now long enough to wrap around my waist, so I'm going to place it right sides facing together like this, and then I'm going to insert my hook into the back loop of this side here, and then I'm going to insert it into the corresponding stitch on the other piece. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 and then pull through 1 more. So you're going to do that for every single stitch until you reach the end. And when you reach the end of the row, you're going to just tie off your yarn, and we're going to move into the first row of our skirt, and I'll be using the green for that. This is what it looks like on the wrong side, and this is what it would look like on the right side. So to tie it off, you're going to just do 2 chains. So that's 1. I like making sure that the first one's fairly tight, and that's the second one. And now I'm just going to cut off my yarn and pull that through, and there we go. That creates a knot for us, and this is what our ribbing should look like now. So now we're going to crochet the wavy parts of our skirt. So now we're going to crochet our skirt. So here with my green yarn, I've just made a slip knot, and I slid my hook into just any sort of stitch along your waistband, and I'm going to pull through my slip knot, and then I'm just going to do 1 chain. This would be in place of our single crochet that we would usually do. So, and then I'm going to do a single crochet into the next stitch. So this is how you do a single crochet, and then I'm going to half double crochet into the next stitch. So I'm going to yarn over first, and then insert my hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And now we're going to do another half double crochet, so same thing into the next stitch. And the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet, so I'm going to pull up loop, so I've got 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 of the loops, and then yarn over again and pull through 2 of the loops, and you're going to do that again. And next we're going to do 2 triple crochets, so you're going to yarn over twice so that you've got 3 loops on your hook, and then you're going to insert your hook into the next stitch, obviously, and just pull up another loop, and you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops at a time, like so, and just the same thing again. And you can sort of tell that our stitches are increasing in height, which is what we would want. And for the next stitch, I'm going to yarn over 3 times so that I've got 4 loops on my hook, like so, and then I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and yarn over 2 loops at a time again, just like that. And I'm going to do that one again. And now we want to start decreasing in height with our stitches. So next I'm going to go back to my triple crochets, so you're going to do 2 of those so that the little sort of wavy part is symmetrical, and then again, and now we're going to do 2 double crochets, and now 2 half double crochets, and now 2 single crochets, and that would be one little sort of wave. And now for the next wave, you're obviously going to start from the beginning, so you're going to start from the single crochets and then work your way all the way up to the tallest stitch that we did, which is the one that you yarn over 3 times. So you're going to repeat this pattern all the way around your waistband until you crochet back to where we started. So before we jump into the next clip of me showing you how to do the next row, I just wanted to quickly explain what we're going to do to just clear things up, because I don't really feel like I did it super well in the next clip when I was showing you how to do it. So you will see how I moved into the new row, and also how I changed the color. Whenever I move into a new row and have to do sort of like a yarn changeover, I would always start off with a chain, but the height of the chain is dependent on what stitch goes after it. So for example, if you're going to be doing double crochets, you would do a chain of 3, and then if you were going to do single crochets, you would only do a chain of 1, if that makes sense. It's just the differences in height of these stitches that determines it. You can see the green parts and how it's wavy. It's got its tallest bits and the shorter bits. So if you're crocheting on top of a single crochet, then you would do a yarn over 3 times crochet stitch in pink. If you're crocheting on top of a half double crochet, then you would do a triple crochet in pink. If you're crocheting on top of a double crochet in green, you would do a double crochet in pink. If you're crocheting on top of a triple crochet in green, you would do a half double crochet in pink. And if you're crocheting above a yarn over 3 times stitch in green, you would do a single crochet in pink. So hope that helps. So once you crochet your first green row all the way around your waistband and you reach where we started, you're going to insert your hook into that first chain and then yarn over and pull through a loop and pull the loop through again, just like that. And now we're going to change colors back into pink and we can crochet our next row. So I'm just going to make a slip knot with my yarn and then I'm going to slide that onto my hook and pull it through the green loop, and here I'm just going to tighten the green loop a little bit, just like that. I'm not going to cut off the green yarn because I can just use it for the row after the pink row, so there's really no need. And I'm just going to leave it hanging like this for now until we finish our pink row. So the first stitch we have to do would be the tallest stitch. So we're going to start with the tallest stitch, and because this is the first stitch, we're going to have to do it in our turning stitch sort of method. So I'm just going to be doing a chain of 5. This is just to make up for the height of the tallest stitch, and the tallest stitch, which is the one that you yarn over 3 times, I would do that in the next stitch. Just like that. And now we're going to be decreasing the height of our stitch because the green row is increasing in height. So next one would be the triple crochet. And we're going to do that twice, remember. And the next tallest one would be the double crochet. Doing that twice, followed by the half double crochet, also doing that twice, and the single crochet finally. So now we've reached the tallest stitch in green, so we're going to be starting to increase the height of our stitches in pink. So first off, we're going to do 2 single crochets and then 2 half double crochets. It's just what we did for the first part, except in reverse height order, if that makes sense. So to make things easier for you guys, this is the pattern. So 2 single crochets, 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, 2 triple crochets, and 2 yarn over 3 times crochet stitches. And then you're going to do 2 triple crochets, 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, and 2 single crochets. And that is one full completed wave. So you're going to repeat this pattern around your skirt. Just like that. It's actually coming together really nicely, and I'm really liking this. So yeah, you can just repeat this sort of step all the way around and back to where we started, and you would do the exact same thing to move into the new row. You would repeat this pattern until your skirt gets however long you would like it to be, and then we would just have to cut off and tie off our yarn. So once you've done the very last stitch of your second row, you're going to do the same thing, insert your hook just into that gap there, pull up a loop, and then pull the loop through, just like that. And now you're just going to do a chain to sort of close it off. And to change back into our green, I just because I left it uncut, I can just pull it through like this and then tighten my pink bit, and it would look like this on the back. So now with my green yarn, because I'm crocheting on top of my tallest stitch, I'm only going to do one chain, and the next stitch I'm going to do is a single crochet. So now I can start increasing the height of my stitches in green again. I'm going to do 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, and you just have to follow the same pattern as we were doing before. The height of my stitches. So there you go, this is what you have to do for the rest of the skirt, and I'll see you guys back when I have reached my desired length for the skirt. So here is my skirt, and I am now happy with the length of it, so I'm going to go ahead and tie off my yarn. And to do that, I'm going to first just insert my hook into the first stitch there, pull up a loop, and then I'm just going to pull that loop through and then chain 1, just like that. And then I'm going to do another chain. This is for the knot. So grab some scissors and you're just going to cut off your green yarn like that, and then pull the tail through and just pull on the tail to make the knot tight. And for the pink yarn, I'm just going to make a few knots with the green yarn. I usually do 2 because I feel like if I do 1, it's just gonna come undone like that. And now I can cut off my pink yarn as well. There we go, and I'll just show you guys where I moved into a new row, if that makes sense. So at the back it's just like this. I feel like someone's definitely gonna ask about this, and yeah. So I did about 19 rows in this wavy pattern, and my skirt ended up being about 29 centimeters long, which includes my ribbing, which was 4 centimeters long. So that's just for reference if you're wondering. And my waistband was 41 centimeters long, and I actually tried this on, so it is a bit big for me. So I'm just going to grab some elastic and thread it through the inside of my waistband. And to do that, I'm going to first flip my skirt inside out. So we now have the wrong side facing outwards, and I'm just going to thread my elastic through a needle because it is quite thin. It's like shirring elastic that I got from Big W. It's going to try and thread it through my needle here. I'll probably do this off camera because it would be too hard. There we go, I actually got it in first try, which is super amazing. I'm going to obviously fold my elastic in half like this, and I'm just going to pull it and measure out sort of the amount I'll need for the elastic to wrap around my waist. So this, I have about this much, and that was enough. So I'm just going to cut it off with my scissors and just pick a point on your waistband. I'm actually going to do 2 of these, so one's going to be sitting lower along the waistband and the other one's going to be sort of up here. And I'm just going to insert my hook into whichever stitch and then pull both tails of the elastic through. And to secure that, I'm just going to tie a knot onto the loop. So just like that. And I might do another one just to be safe. So now with your needle, you're just going to thread it through a number of stitches along your waistband. And you also want to make sure that wherever you're inserting your needle, that you can't see it from the outside. See? And then I'm just going to do this all the way around my waistband. Once you've done that all the way around your waistband, you're going to insert your needle back through the first loop that we started from. And now you can, so just hold on to that and you can cut your elastic just like that, so you can take the needle out. And then same thing again, you want to tie a few knots onto this loop. I'm just going to tie these two together a couple times. Just like that. And then you can just trim off the ends of your elastic. I'm going to do a few more knots off camera. So you're going to repeat the exact same thing with your elastic and do that along the top. Or if you're happy with just one piece of elastic, that's all good as well. You don't have to necessarily do another one. And yeah, if you flip your skirt back with the right sides facing out, you shouldn't be able to see any elastic. And you can also see that the waist is now a bit more cinched in. So if you don't have the elastic, you could also use some yarn, and you're just going to like thread it through like I did here, except you're not going to tie knots with the starts and the ends. You're going to just like leave a bit of a tail hanging, that way you can tie it and adjust it to your waist. So it's like drawstrings in trackies. I feel like that was a really bad explanation of how you do it with yarn, but if you have any questions, you can comment them down below. So this is what the skirt looks like on. It's still a little bit big for me, like over here. It's not really like tight fitted, but that's okay. I don't really mind that much, to be honest. And I actually think it turned out really cute. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you've got any questions, feel free to just pop them down below. I usually get back to people pretty fast. So yeah, and you can also DM me on Instagram if it's a longer or more complicated question. I'll also leave my Instagram in the description box down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.